Hey, Bama fans! Paul Finebaum denies controversial rumors? Let's analyze the news at Bama. Kalen DeBoer's arrival at the helm of the Alabama Crimson Tide brought with it a mix of expectations and uncertainty. Nick Saban, the architect of a golden era in Tuscaloosa, left an almost unattainable standard of excellence when he retired after the 2023 season. However, the start of the DeBoer era wasn't exactly what fans dreamed. With a 9-4 record in its inaugural season, Alabama had its worst performance since 2007, the year Saban was also beginning his tenure with the program. But is it fair to evaluate DeBoer based on just 1 year? And are the speculations about his prominent position truly founded? Paul Finebaum seems to have a more balanced view of Alabama's current situation. During the Paul Finebaum Show, he dismissed rumors that DeBoer was in a shaky position after a second 9-win season. On the contrary, Finebaum highlighted the solid support the coach has received within the program. This vote of confidence is crucial, especially in a place where the pressure for immediate results can be overwhelming. DeBoer inherited a team in transition, something many initially underestimated. Saban's departure meant more than simply replacing one coach with another. It meant reinventing an identity that had been shaped over nearly 2 decades. DeBoer's first year was marked by ups and downs, but also by promising signs. The 3 losses against teams that finished below .500 were certainly frustrating, but they can't completely erase the progress made in other areas. One of the most interesting points raised by Finebaum was Ryan Grubb's role in Alabama's new phase. Grubb's initial decision to accept a position in the NFL, followed by his return to the program months later, sparked a series of discussions among analysts and fans. For Finebaum, Grubb's presence as offensive coordinator will be essential to the Crimson Tide's success in the coming years. His experience and creativity could be the difference Alabama needs to return to the college football playoffs. It's no secret that Grubb's departure to the Seattle Seahawks was a tough blow for DeBoer initially, but his return represents a renewed opportunity for the team. Recruiting also deserves attention. Finebaum mentioned that DeBoer has done a remarkable job in this regard, something to be expected given his track record. The coach has demonstrated a knack for attracting high-level talent, and this is a clear sign that the program continues to be seen as an attractive destination for the best players in the country. Having a strong group of recruits doesn't guarantee instant wins, but it is a fundamental step in building a solid foundation. Alabama fans know that success comes not only from the present, but also from investing in the future. Finebaum believes the team can return to the playoffs this year, and that prediction doesn't seem far off. Of course, challenges remain, and the SEC competition is always brutal. Teams like Georgia, Texas A&M, and LSU will continue to be difficult obstacles to overcome. However, Alabama has something many other programs lack: tradition, resources, and a coach who, while still finding his way, has shown a willingness to learn and adapt. The patience of fans and administration will be tested, but Finebaum seems confident that support for the coach will remain steadfast, at least for now. Alabama isn't just a football team, it's an institution. And institutions like that have the ability to reinvent themselves without losing their essence. With Ryan Grubb leading the offense, a group of elite recruits, and a coach determined to prove himself, the future could be brighter than some early losses suggest. We'll be keeping an eye on it. The 2025 season promises to be different, and no one seems more confident in that prognosis than Greg McElroy, Alabama's former 2009 national champion quarterback and current ESPN commentator. In a detailed and passionate analysis during his Always College Football podcast, McElroy not only disagreed with his alma mater's ranking in the preseason USLBM coaches poll, but also made a compelling case for placing the Crimson Tide at number 5 in his own rankings. While many look to the Texas Longhorns and Ohio State Buckeyes as the main protagonists in the college scene, McElroy believes Alabama is in a prime position to surprise, and he has good reason to. One of the pillars of this confidence lies in the offense, specifically Alabama's wide receiver group. If there's one thing McElroy made clear, it's that the Tide boasts one of the best receiving corps in the country, brimming with talent, versatility, and depth. Standing out among the names is Ryan Williams, the sophomore sensation who is already being touted as one of the best playmaking wide receivers in college football. According to McElroy, Williams has not only grown physically since arriving on campus, but he has also gained the ability to assume a more natural position in the offense, the flanker role, a strong wide receiver who can excel in both physical plays and strategic runs. With this development, Williams has the potential to become an All-American in his first years with the program. But Williams' talent isn't alone. The arrival of Isaiah Horton, a transfer from the Miami Hurricanes, adds another dimension to Alabama's offense. McElroy was emphatic in describing Horton as a matchup problem for opponents. With proven one-on-one skills, Horton will be a crucial piece on the weak side of the field, where he can exploit his physical advantages and his ability to win contested balls in the red zone. Furthermore, the presence of Jeremy Bernard, who can now slide more into the slot, creates an extremely versatile and difficult-to-contact wide receiver trio. And if that weren't enough, the depth at wide receiver is equally impressive. Players like Cole Adams, Jalen Hale, and redshirt freshman Rico Scott promise to further enhance the Tide's offensive options. McElroy highlighted Scott as a player with the potential to have a breakout year, while Adams returns from injury to add experience and consistency to the group. With so many pieces in place, Alabama has everything it needs to build one of the most dynamic offenses in the country. McElroy reserved special praise for Alabama's secondary, which he considers one of the best in college football in 2025. While the defense faced uncertainty in this area in 2024, it now emerges as the team's greatest asset. Domani Jackson, Xavier Brown, Bray Hubbard, and Keelan Sabb form an experienced and talented quartet capable of frustrating even the most powerful offenses in the SEC. Jackson, in particular, returned to the program after deciding to postpone his NFL entry, a decision McElroy believes will be a game-changer for the Tide. Hubbard, meanwhile, performed exceptionally well last year, especially when called upon to replace the injured Keelan Sabb. Now, with Sabb recovered and ready to return to peak fitness, Alabama's secondary appears unbeatable. Xavier Brown, another name highlighted by McElroy, has the potential to make a significant leap forward. After a solid first year, Brown could establish himself as an elite cornerback, capable of neutralizing opposing receivers in tight situations. And with Utah transfer Cam Calhoun adding depth at nickel corner, Alabama has a secondary that not only protects the deep field but also offers tactical flexibility in different schemes. This combination of strength in the secondary and explosiveness on offense puts Alabama in a unique position in the college football landscape. While the official coaches' poll rankings have the Tide ranked number 8, McElroy sees something many seem to be overlooking: Alabama is better positioned than ever to compete in this year's playoffs. Milroe's absence left a void in the offense, but it also opened the door for a new generation of talent ready to shine at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And if there's one thing Alabama has always done well, it's turning challenges into opportunities. The news that's stirring in Tuscaloosa is the meteoric rise of five-star freshman Keelan Russell, a name already making headlines at Bama. Keelan Russell, a native of Duncanville, Texas, arrived at Alabama this spring with an impressive resume and a maturity that has left coaches speechless. It's no exaggeration to say he's one of those rare talents who seems ready for the national stage before even stepping foot on campus. According to On3 Sports, DeBoer and his coaching staff are impressed with Russell's leadership and composure, qualities that transcend his young age. He's not just a kid with a strong arm and quick legs, he's a natural leader, someone who seems to understand the weight of the crimson jersey and what it represents. The idea of a freshman taking over the offense in week may first seem bold, but at Alabama, where excellence is the standard, no one rules out the possibility. Russell, ranked as the second-best dual-threat quarterback in the 2025 class, behind only Bryce Underwood, chose Alabama despite offers from Texas A&M, Florida, and Oregon. This decision already demonstrates the kind of ambition he brings to Tuscaloosa. He wants to compete at the highest level, and Alabama is the place to do it. But while Russell shines as a rising star, Ty Simpson remains firmly in the running for the starting job. Simpson, a junior who spent his entire college career at Alabama, carries the experience of playing for Nick Saban. This connection to the program's storied past gives him an intangible advantage. He knows the system, understands the pressure of representing the Crimson Tide, and has been preparing tirelessly this offseason. Simpson isn't just a veteran on paper, he's shown consistency and an arm on the field that put him ahead in the race. However, the competition is far from over. Austin Mack, another talented freshman, is also in the mix, forming a quarterback trio that, despite lacking significant experience, brims with potential. This depth is a testament to Alabama's recruiting efforts, which continue to attract the best talent in the country, even in a time of transition. What makes this season even more intriguing is the return of Ryan Grubb as offensive coordinator. Grubb, who worked with DeBoer in Washington, brings back to Tuscaloosa the formula for a fast, dynamic, passing-oriented attack that's shown under Michael Penix Jr. in Seattle. After a brief stint in the NFL with the Seattle Seahawks, Grubb returns to Alabama with the mission of molding this group of young quarterbacks into a cohesive and explosive unit. DeBoer's decision to rehire Grubb, retaining Nick Sheridan as co-offensive coordinator, demonstrates the coach's confidence in a collaborative approach to maximize the offense's potential. This system, which blends speed, precision, and creativity, seems tailor-made to exploit the skills of Simpson, Russell, and Mack. The upcoming season won't be easy. Alabama faces a brutal opening schedule, to say the least. In Week 1, the Crimson Tide faces Florida State's reinforced defense, a stern test for whoever is under center. The following weeks bring matchups against Georgia, Wisconsin, and Vanderbilt, all within the first 5 weeks. This start to the season is a testament to Alabama's continued challenge. For Simpson, Russell, and Mack, the opportunity to lead the team against such caliber opponents is both a pressure and a chance to show the world what they're capable of. Let's see how it pans out. Leave your comments.